Racing Network as we continue the opener for SCL Season 23 Thursday Night Thunder here at Daytona Speed Weeks with the Permatex 100 in the brand new Sportsman's Division. Thursday Night Thunder, longtime SCL staple, and Speed Weeks rolling along tonight, night 8 of 11 in Daytona Speed Week Season 23. And we're kicking off the points events tonight here at the Sportsman's Division. Of course, tomorrow the US 400 IndyCar race. Saturday, the Daytona Continental Camel GT race. Sunday's the Daytona 500. And, of course, the International Tour at Fuji this weekend. But we're glad to have you all with us here as we've got 16 cars, had to go through pre-qualifying. Some unhappy drivers did not make the field through pre-qualifying. But as we are prepared here for the start of tonight's race, as they are just getting ready, going through the pre-race instructions here for tonight's race. It will be 42 laps on your board, 100 miles, roughly 160 kilometers for tonight's event. It is the opening round of the SCL Season 23 Sportsman's Division here in Thursday Night Thunder. 10 races, all on super speedways. It's sort of our support class for the Winston Cup Stock Car Series that runs Sundays. We're glad to have you all out here with us as we've got some looks like somebody left the session there. Had a couple of guys looking to make a debut. Want to give a shout out to the Zebra. He raced in the super stock event and was just barely bumped out of qualifying here for the Permatex 100. We hope to see him back. Joey, Official, several other very good drivers did not make the field tonight. We'll hope to see them tomorrow night at the US 400 or sometime this weekend, as the field for the Daytona 500 has already been set. We'll get them out of the track and we'll give you a starting lineup. As they're going through their pre-race instructions, going to be using an inverted field among the top guys and then qualifying times for the rest of them. The top 10 got in out of the pre-qualifying and will be ready to run tonight's race. We said Thursday Night Thunder, long time short track racing and sprint races on super speedways. I myself fortunate enough to win a late model championship back in season 18 running on Thursday Night Thunder, and it's been a long time SCL staple. And I'll be right back with you. We're going to take a quick station break and be right with you on the SCL Racing Network. You got to assign me as race director.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you want somebody up in the booth with you, I could come up there with you. I don't know much about it, but I mean.
Did you hear that, Carlin?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine with that.
All right, send him an invite to your party.
Yep. And you can stay in here then if you're going to be race director, Muttley.
You already disconnected.
Yeah, whatever. Carlin, send him an invite to the party. Anyhow, oh, you already got the Zebra in here. There you go. Make sure he gets in the, I guess the independent.
What is the independent car livery?
All right, folks, getting all that sorted out here. As it appears, Muttley is removing his entry, having some mechanical issues with his car. That's going to bring the rookie driver we were just talking about, the Zebra, is going to make his SCL Point Series debut here in the Permatex 100, as many drivers have. And he's going to get in as the first alternate. So that's why you hang around and hope for the best, and he's going to make it through as our 16th driver. We're waiting for Muttley here to join us in the booth. As soon as he gets back into the game here. We will get this broadcast going of the Permatex 100. As I said, huge week so far. We started 1 week ago with the Daytona Sports Car Showdown. And moved it on from there. Friday night had a Marlboro Challenge. That was won by JME's Rita St. James. Saturday night's Busch Clash was won by a cat guy from Regulator Racing. Sunday we saw Hossack from Benson Speed Equipment winning one of the Gatorade duels. The other duel won by Cold from JME Motorsports, and Stay Down Killin' from Team Dynamore taking home the pole position at the Daytona 500. In fact, did so as an independent and was signed up just this week by Team Dynamore, so showed what he had, took the pole there. We've had 3 nights of some fantastic exhibitions: Daytona Rallycross Nationals, the Daytona Silver Crown Nationals, and the Daytona Can-Am Challenge last night. So, but now we're ready to get points racing here, and we are prepared to doing it for championship points. Top 10 in points being locked into races. The guys are definitely here in the first race, round 1 of 10. Just going to want to make sure that you finish in the top 10, because that'll lock you into the race next week, and you won't have to go through pre-qualifying again, which is definitely something that's that drivers want to avoid if possible. Encourages you to finish the races, pile up points over the season, even if you're not competing for the championship. Staying in that top 10 in points puts you in a position where you're going to be making every single race.
We'll just have to ignore the background noise. Should be finished in a minute.
And there's Muttley joining us on the broadcast. Muttley from Wacky Racers Inc. Say hello to the audience there, Muttley.
Yeah, how you guys going? Hopefully your days are going better than mine.
Did you have mechanical trouble? Is that what?
No, yeah. I had Hossack muted, so it just kept kicking me, so I couldn't undo it.
Yeah, you got a lot of ambient noise coming on your mic there.
Yeah, hang on, mate. I'll mute it.
It looks like they're going to be unmuting themselves here with the little room glitches. We're going to be getting ready to get rolling here at the Permatex 100. They're going to be running 42 laps on your board following these parade laps for 100 miles, 160 kilometers. As I said, this is one of the oldest events in the SCL. First run, as a matter of fact, my very first points race as an SCL driver was in the very first Daytona Speed Weeks in season 12. It was in this race, the Permatex 100, which at the time was for the late model division. And it was won by another rookie, Gearhead, who we hope to see back one day.
Yeah, sorry about that, Colin.
No worries.
Cleaning the house.
No worries.
I was listening to my wife trying to clean up the house, but she likes it neat and tidy, and I just got to. You know,
all right, guys. So
mute when it's necessary. I'm not on the feed at the moment, Colin, because I keep getting booted out of that room, so I might have to watch it on YouTube instead if I can't get in there.
I see 15 cars on the track. It looks like somebody's already missing. We may be seeing a retire to pit box situation here. WKK, it says a retire to the pit box, so I think we're going to be seeing the field retire to the pit box here as the room glitches continue.
He's doing that a lot lately.
As we said, we love the product you've made, SMS, if you're watching, but fix these broadcast rooms. Got to keep the mic feed going between. Got to keep the mic feed going between cars, and allow the broadcasters easier access. Most of us go into chat parties so that we have a clear mic separate from the field anyway. Looks like WKK might be retired. We got another one that just dropped off the board. We must be seeing they are going to retire to the pit box, I'm assuming here. Especially the way they're spinning around. Especially the way they're spinning.
Anybody can hear anybody.
Especially the way they're spinning around out there. I'm assuming they're all going to retire to the pit box and reset the field here hopefully get all 16 cars back on the grid.
Alright, I'll just mute that because we've got a car going off here. Hang on.
Or are they going? I only see 14 cars. Looking on the race feed here, going to get your maps up. I see 14 rather than 16 cars on the track. I'm wondering if
yeah, I'm saying the same.
They're obviously missing some people here.
Yeah, I think the mute might have got them and keep together again. I'm just going to give up trying to use that feed. I'm just going to go off the YouTube feed. Just won't play.
Should be seeing the field retire to the pit box here. We're gonna hang tight and see what the call is from the officials. Little technical snafus here at the opening of the race. Muttley, if you would, shoot the officials on the official feed a message saying they lost a driver and might have to retire to the pit box and restart it. I don't know why they haven't noticed that themselves so far. But you have 2 drivers down before the green flag has gone, so I believe a retire to pit box and race reset is in order.
What the hell's car's that? Okay. I can hear that.
Got 2 cars short here. If somebody's listening on the broadcast feed, we're going to need to retire the pit box and get the field back in.
Yep, typing it in now. Just doing a couple of ducks. Typing it now. Might type it in that quick. There it goes. On the official board. And I'll put it into
As they are missing drivers and should be retiring into the pit box to get the field back together here. We're waiting to sort out the technical snafus here on the server at the start of tonight's Permatex 100. Jesus. Alright, looks like we've got 14 cars lined up. I'm not sure what's going on here. Probably thought there would have been a restart, but here are your starting orders tonight as they're getting the 1 to go signal. Leading off the field there is Daz from Team Dynamore starting first. On the outside of him is Johnny Benson starting second. Inside of row 2, we've got Hossack, as we're going to get on board with them here so you guys can see him. There's Hossack starting on the inside of row 2. Outside of row 2, Rita St. James from JME Motorsports. Inside of row 3 is Cole from JME Motorsports. Starting 6th on the outside of row 3, Baron von Stosch from Benson Speed Equipment. Starting 7th on the inside of row 4 is Stay Down Killin from Team Dynamore. Starting 8th is Watcher from Renaissance Racing. Starting 9th will be Colio, the independent driver. Starting 10th is Cali Vitals from TOW Racing. Starting 11th will be SFG Fan, the independent driver. Starting 12th will be Kips Hall and Ass for Team Dynamore Racing. Starting 13th will be HCC from Zenith Motorsports. And 14th, making his SCL debut, is the rookie driver, the Zebra 94. as apparently we are going with this 14-car field. And we'll get trackside here at the start of tonight's Permatex 100. 14 cars, 42 laps on your board, 100 miles, 160K in round one of the SCL Season 23 Sportsman's Division. And they come down to the line to take the green flag. And we are green at the Permatex 100. Daytona Speed Week's first points race. Daz and Johnny Benson side by side. The car is going to take a good lap to rev up here at the Daytona International Speedway and get up to speed as they come through turns 1 and 2 for the first time. The field separating out a little at the back. Down the backstretch for the first time here on lap 3, the first lap under green. Daz has taken the lead from the pole on the inside line, and he's got help directly behind him in the manner of his teammate Kip's Hauling Ass, I believe. No, Kip's on the out. That's Johnny on the outside. Hofsack behind him on the inside. It's Johnny in the Sunday Cup League car, as I should have forgotten. Should have remembered. Looks like the entire 14-car field still stuck together here. It looks like we could get some good racing here at the start. Seeing a whole lot of names moving up. Rita up to 4th on the inside as we've got 2 of the JME cars running in 4th and 5th. And ourselves onto the back of the field with Kip's Hauling Ass, one of the most decorated drivers in SCL history. As someone goes down to the inside, I believe that was Colio and Callie, perhaps. Back on board with Colio, now an independent driver, no longer driving for Team Danamore, as he is one of the most decorated drivers in SCL history. 3-time Winston Cup champion, former IndyCar Series champion, 2-time Daytona 500 winner, and winner of more support series classes than I can count. He's shotgun on the field as we head on to lap 5, because these guys are just looking to line it up and see where they can go. Latency bounce there. As it appears, Wanma was the other car that did not make the field. Not sure what happened or why the situation was handled that way. We are still on board here with Colio in the back, who appears just to be biding his time, hanging on to the field here. These guys going to get some heat in their tires. Pits are not opening under yellow. This is a sprint race by SCL standards at just 40 laps here. Tomorrow night it's 100 for 400K in the US 400 and of course the Daytona 500. As these guys still stacked up, haven't really gone anywhere. Let's get up to the front back on the trackside cam. As Daz still holding the lead. He's got Hossack now on the outside. He's got Cole directly behind him. Cole, one of the winner of Gatorade Duel number 2, will be starting on the outside of row 2 at the Daytona 500 on Sunday, and is the defending IndyCar Series champion, so you know he'll be in there tomorrow night at the US 400 looking to defend that title. As Daz has led from the pole. Second season driver, was a rookie last season in season 22, drove very well for Team Danamore, and has a win under his belt already this week as he gets passed by Hossack, who dives down to the inside and takes the lead. Daz winner already this week. He took the Daytona Silver Crown Nationals exhibition at the on Tuesday night here on the Speedway. So Daz looking to do some better with that, as up front we have Hossack now in the lead for Benson Speed Equipment. He's got his teammate Johnny Benson there on the outside as these guys are trying to block up the track here in the early goings of this race. Take a look here in the field with on board with the Zebra, the rookie making his SCL debut tonight, got in as the first alternate after not making it through on qualifying. He's currently running in 10th place, running on the outside row here and acquitting himself well. Recent, newly joined. We got two cars bumping right up in front there. Looks like somebody stuck 3 wide. Pulls down to the inside. And these guys do a fantastic job, it appears here, checking up. And it looks like they save it, although that puts the front line of Johnny Benson and Hossack with a little bit of a breakaway there.
Callum?
Yes.
Got our family emergencies and mates stepping out.
Yeah, no problem, man. All right, back on board here. Zebra up into the wall. Can he keep it off the wall? That was a fantastic save by the rookie driver. He was just about done right there and somehow managed to hold on to that. Scraped up off the wall, picked it up. He's got Colio on his 20 and some excellent driving there by the rookie. So he's looking very, very promising in his SCL debut race as we're going to get back up here towards the front of the field with you. And it looks like Rita St. James for JME Motorsports, along with Barron on the outside, making a run here at Johnny and Hossack. Johnny in the Sunday Cup lead car there. As Rita pops into the lead on the outside, Rita St. James from JME Motorsports. One of the most popular drivers in the SCL. And she runs with the big boys as she's got the outside line going. Johnny's got the inside line going with his teammate Hossack. And these cars have been perfect as we're on lap 10 of 42 here in the Permatex 100. And these guys are shuffling around looking for places to go, trying to find their chance to make a move. Daz, our pole sitter's falling back 3 rows back. He's currently running in 6th place. As Johnny Benson gets loose and heads... Well, that wasn't Johnny Benson. He's still holding the inside there. We got another car 3 wide. Is that HCC on the outside? No. It's Barron up in the wall a little bit, but they're hanging on to it. Barron holds on to it, does a fantastic job, but he's going to lose a ton of positions as he's going to shuffle back through the field all the way to the back, but does not cause a yellow. Veteran driving out of the second-year SCL driver there. As they shuffle right back where they were. Rita on the outside, Johnny on the inside. Rita's got HCC in the black and red car directly behind her, and Johnny's got Hossack in the blue and white car, teammate of his with Benson Speed Equipment. The outside line can work. They're playing a little chicken with each other there through turns, heading down the backstretch. As Johnny coming up just a little bit, Rita coming down just a little bit as they're going side by side here on lap 11. Both of those cars, both of those drivers, former winners here at Daytona and multiple series. Never the big one though. Oh, and it looks like Rita and Johnny go side by side, banging into each other. Johnny slides up the track, into the field. And I believe, yes, we're going to have our first yellow there. Rita and Johnny getting together. Johnny tried to catch it there on the apron, but came back up onto the track in the middle of turn 1 and took some cars down there. And I believe we're going to be under our first yellow. As I'm not reading the comments, but I'll check them out here while we are under the caution. It looked like Rita St. James and Johnny Benson getting together there at the front of the field. Johnny down onto the apron. Tried to catch it, came up on the track in turn 1. Probably should have got off the throttle there, fallen to the back of the field and tried to catch the draft. Tried to come up in turn 1. Not really sure if he was not in control of the car, which would be the most likely explanation. And slid up the track there and caused that caution on lap 12. We're now running lap 13 under yellow as they line back up ready to go green. It's got Hossack in the lead. HCC is in second. Johnny somehow comes out of that in 3rd place. Cold is in fourth, and Rita managing to come out in fifth. As we will jump on board the chase cam shotgun on the field with the new lead driver from Renaissance Racing, rookie driver Watcher 3156, definite contender for Rookie of the Year this season in any series he runs. Very promising driver. And we're going to take the restart with him here, shotgun on the field. Watcher showing a lot of promise, particularly on these kind of racetracks. Looked very, very solid. But he's going to be coming from the back of the field. Yeah, not sure what the story was with that wreck. Assuming he had lost control, couldn't keep from coming up there in turn one when those two got together, Rita and Johnny. But Johnny in the Sunday Cup lead car there, definitely coming up in turn one and collecting the field. Somehow came out of that in third place, so that's how that goes sometimes. May have been out of control following the contact. May have been a questionable move, tough to tell from this vantage point. But they are going to be coming to the line with 29 to go on the board here in the Permatex 100. Hossack's your leader, HCC's in second, Johnny Benson in third, Cold is in fourth, Rita St. James in fifth, as Kipps has moved up from the back of the field all the way up to the front here over these last several laps. As we're preparing to go green, we're on board with Watcher's shotgun. He's got Colio directly in front of him. Again, independent driver, odd to say, but Colio no longer on the roster on Team Dynamo, at least for this season. I believe he's an affiliated independent, but not running for team points for them. As he said, top two finishers per team score points for the team championship for each division here. So the SCL Sportsman Division Team Championship's on the line here as well. Watcher not getting the greatest of starts there, still getting the feel for the restarts, but as he cycles back through, he's going to be catching up here with the main part of the field. Then we see a pretty clean restart. We'll get back trackside. Up front, as Hossack, the reigning Winston Cup Series champion, holds the outside. He's got Reed on the outside and Johnny Benson directly behind him. Johnny below the line, pulls it back up as the outside line trying to hook up. Rita's got tough to tell who's directly on Rita. Might be Kip directly on her 20 there. As the outside line losing a little momentum there, but that might give Rita the run that she needs if that outside line can chain up. It can absolutely be done. As Rita on the outside, Cold on the inside. You know the JME driver is going to be trying to hook up just like the Benson Speed Equipment drivers are right now. Got Kip and Stay Down on the outside line there behind Rita, both in the Team Dynamo cars. Their teammate Daz is falling out of the draft, 3 seconds behind. Daz there at the back must have had some trouble, as him and Colio both struggling there at the back of the field. But these drivers, a lot of veterans here in this field, just being patient, taking it easy. They know that it's going to come down to the finish here. It's where you're at the end. And the worst thing you can do is get into a wreck and have to cycle back and try to come through the field again. So you'll hold your position. This type of racing is the precise reason that I myself retired from running Thursday Night Thunder. On being unable to make pit stops and do some strategy, you could get stuck in the field here very easily, but that's what these guys are cycling here. It's a lot different race here at Daytona than it is at Texas or Indianapolis, where the cars will also be going. And as a support division for the Winston Cup Series, it does a fantastic job. As we are coming to 25 laps to go at the line as they're heading onto the backstretch. Still Johnny right there on Hossack on the outside. Rita coming up and starting to close the gap there. She has got two terrific drivers from Team Dynamo. Kipps and Stay Down directly behind her. as they're going to try to get that run going. If they can get somebody up in the wall out there on the outside, have to tell who that is. I believe that's Baron von Stosch. Yep, Baron von Stosch from BSC going up into the wall, and he's going to lose the draft, it appears. So 3 cars back there, probably best bet for them, hook up and draft. You definitely have enough time to catch up to this pack if the 3 of those cars hook up together. As you can see, Daz and Colio are starting to run their way back in. They're currently 3.5 seconds behind the field. Barron's back with them. Let's see if those 3 can get anything moving as we're back up here at the front on the broadcast. Still running side by side, 2 lines. Haven't seen anybody sticking 3 wide just yet. As Rita's pulling to within a half a car length of Hossack on the lead. The question is, can you do it on the last lap? Rita's one of the best here at Daytona. And everybody knows that. Runner-up to Hossack directly on the inside of her. Those were your 1-2 drivers last season in the Daytona 500. But as of right now, these drivers just behaving themselves, taking their time, and waiting for their opportunity here. I think that Johnny Benson there is looking to pull into the second row and try to block the front 2 rows of the track with his cars. That's what it looks like he's trying to do as he weaves a little through the corner there. But Rita's doing a fine job of maintaining that spot. She's got good support behind her, as I said, in Kips and Stay Down, and I believe that's what JB's trying to do, as JB's got HCC from Zenith Motorsports, who did get Wanma into the field, but Wanma out for a mechanical issue, I believe, in qualifying, or in pre-race. Benson pushing hard in the 122 car there. He's in the red stripe. His teammate Hossack's in the blue stripe. We are taking the 21st lap one more time around. We'll be getting the crossed flags for the halfway point of this Permatex 100. And it remains to be Hossack up front, Rita on the outside. We'll have to see if we get the big one. We go lap 38 being the magic number, green to the finish. Let's see if we get the big one. Johnny sliding up the track just a little bit there. Rita giving him some room. Having a little bit of bounce, but these cars hanging on to it. As we'll get back on board, give you some race action. Let's get on board with Cole from JME Motorsports. We're going to go into his cockpit here as he's running 6th, 7th on the inside of that row. You can see what he's seeing now running in that 7th spot. Cole, of course, very decorated last year as a rookie, won the SCL IndyCar Series championship. And he's no slouch here in the stock cars either, as you're seeing what he's seeing inside that Ford Mustang Boss 302 in the Sportsman's division. Give a similar view as we jump up here to Johnny Benson on the inside row as to what he's seeing behind his teammate. Ooh, we got 2 cars getting together. Looks like Hossack, Johnny Benson getting around Rita St. James and Hossack into each other, and we have a melee and a caution here on lap 22. Big accident there on the backstretch. Hard to tell as I was on board at the time exactly what happened. We were inside Johnny's cockpit. We saw Hossack get squirrely, whether that was from contact with another car. It's very difficult to tell. Him and Rita were side by side. Could have had something to do with that. I'm not really sure. Not really sure how that worked out, but they were knees to elbows there in that front pack, and I'm not really sure what happened, but at any rate, Johnny Benson and Hossack are cycled to the back of the field. They're involved in the wreck. Did not appear, the way they were holding their lines up front, it's hard to tell where that accident originated with the camera angle I had there. Contact from behind, maybe got into Rita, put her to the inside. It's hard to tell. Maybe she just got loose. Maybe Hossack got loose. Either way, it's one of those things. Last wreck, Johnny Benson came through it and wound up in third. This time he's back in 11th, and that's how it plays out. That's the story of Daytona. Fun track to race, but it's a frustrating track to race. And as we get ready to go green, let's get on board with Johnny Benson here on our chase cam, as he's known for his fantastic restarts. As there's going to be 19 to go at the line here in the Permatex 100. We got Rita St. James in the lead, Kip Hall-and-Ass in second, who won the Superstock event earlier. HCC's in third, Cold is in fourth, and SFG Fan running a solid fifth for the rookie driver. And we're on board with Johnny Benson restarting in 11th. 19 laps to go. Said be with us tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern on the SCL Racing Network. We will have the US 400, round one of the SCL 23 IndyCar Series. Several former champions and former race winners will be in that event. As we're heading down to the start-finish line here, Johnny hanging back. Let's start closing it in. I'd say he's 2 car lengths at least at this point. Okay, now he's within a car length. And they're going around one more time. It appears there's some kind of shuffle up here. Daz still coming around. That was the issue. Okay, got that. So it looks like they're going to be coming around one more time. Look out track side here at Daytona. 18 laps to go with the line. By kilometers, that puts us at about 92K. A little less than 50 miles. Well, I'm sorry. A little less than, puts us at about 72K. My apologies. Alright, gonna get back to it here momentarily. As I said, 18 laps to go. Cars warming up their tires. Rita in front there for JME. Kips for Dana Moore's in second. HCC for Zenith Motorsports in third. Cold for JME's in fourth. And independent driver SFG is in fifth. We're gonna get on board with the SCL veteran Johnny Benson. Season 7 Winston Cup Series champion. Multi-time winner of many different classes here on Thursday Night Thunder. As we prepare for the restart. Been a very clean race so far. It's just going to get a little more dicey here at the end, as you got to start fighting for track position here in this kind of racing. You get wreck fest here at Daytona. It's just part of the racing as they're coming up. And Johnny looked to me to be way more than 1 car length back in that situation. I'm not race director here, but that appeared to me to be a jump. But he used the run to go to the outside and move up into 7th. Have to put that move under review, as it appeared to me as though he was well more than a car length back when the green flag fell. But it is what it is, and we're running. Rita's still up front. SFG Fan has got to the outside there on Rita, and he's got a shot to lead here, as he's got Barron and Johnny directly behind him. As it looks like Daz catching up, might be a lap down at this point. We're at the tail end of the lead lap. Where is Daz on the racetrack? He's there. Our timer's just a little off there. Must be problem in timing and scoring. We'll get back up to the front where we got the two lines going. Rita's got Kip directly behind her. SFG fan, the rookie independent, being pushed by the BSE cars up front here on lap 26. You have to take a look at that one. Looked like Johnny was a little, it was borderline. Looked to be a couple of car lengths to me, but could have been a missed gear by somebody up front. I'm not really sure. Have to take a look at that in the post race. What appeared to be a little bit of a jump. On-board views here in our chase cam. Get to the back of the pack here. There's Daz, who I believe is a lap down at this point. He must be if he's not passing Colio there. Daz a lap down. On board in 12th place, stay down killing the Daytona 500 pole sitter on Sunday, now running for Team Dana Racing. And this is a guy, as we said, longtime SCL veteran, just making his return to the league. And he knows how to work his way through Daytona. Very different racing than you get anywhere else on the SCL calendar in any series here at Daytona. It's fun, but it's very frustrating and fraught with danger, to say the least. As they will come to the line with 15 laps to go. Rita and SFG fans still running side by side up front. As we'll cycle forward now through these guys. There you see through Watcher's eyes there. For Renaissance Racing, he's just waiting, looking for his opportunity. Hossack there on the outside, currently running in 10th, 5 cars back on the outside line as the line checks up in front of him. There, just in front of him, that's the Zebra, the rookie driver, did a terrific job, braked it, kept off the wall. Now I'm sure he frustrated the guy behind him, but let me tell you something, this guy knows what he's doing because he's keeping that car straight, staying out of trouble in his SCL debut. So I got to give a shout out to a rookie driver making his debut. He's dragging that brake, which is exactly what my car would be doing in this race. And guys would be going, why are you using your brake? He's probably using it a very, very narrow amount. We'll see if we can catch it here on the in-car telemetry the next time he does it. I'm willing to bet you it's a slight brake drag. Yeah, you can see it doesn't even register on the telemetry there. Let's see if it does it again. Next time he hits that brake, we'll see if we get any on the telemetry. They're not even seeing it, 5%. That's brake dragging. That's something that I do regularly. It's one of the keys to keeping these cars stable, and that's a rookie driver who knows that, so we got to give him a shout out. There's Cold on the inside of him, trying to fight up through that inside line. HCC's on the outside right there on the inside. There's HCC. Then you've got Johnny Benson running that outside all the way up here to the front of the field. Get back on the front here as Rita's still going side by side with the rookie independent making his series debut. He's run some races last season, SFG fan, but not enough, I believe, to be classified as a veteran driver. He's still a rookie and would be a tremendous boost just to finish where he's at, much less to win the race. He's definitely thinking about winning that race, I can tell you right now. We have seen rookies win this event. Support classes are not quite the difficulty of the big series. As they are going to be coming up now on 10 laps to go here relatively soon. Still running side by side. Try to get a view on board here as I believe. Get onto the chase cam. There's Kip directly behind Rita. Those are two longtime SCL veterans. Running 1-2 here. As Rita's just holding that bottom, protecting her line. Directly behind him is HCC. That's the inside line. Directly behind them is Cold. Then it's Callie, Watcher, and Colio with Daz on the outside. Now we run through the outside line here. You've got SFG fan, Baron Von Stosh, Johnny Benson, the Zebra, And we have a disconnected car. It looks like Hossack is gone. Hossack, one of the favorites in this race, has blown his motor with 10 laps to go. He's done and will not score here in round 1 at the Permatex 100. Big development, one of our race favorites out of the race here on lap 32. They're going to have 10 to go at the line here in the Permatex 100. And Rita St. James, who already has a win here at Speed Weeks last Friday night, she won the Marlboro Challenge IndyCar Series All-Star race, and will be looking to pick up a points win here. This is technically the very first Sportsman's Division race. This is a brand new racing series in the SCL on Thursday Night Thunder, so she would be the first time winner in this series if she can hang on. But this is by no means a done deal, as they've got 10 laps to go at the line. You know, right behind her, Kip's hauling ass, one of the most patient drivers. Is the reason that man won 5 IndyCar Series championships and a Winston Cup title and multiple support class titles. He knows how to points race. If he has an opportunity to go for the win here, he'll take it. If he doesn't, he'll make sure he gets up second and third at least, and we'll move on to next week. And then you'll see how that pays off come round 6 or 7 of 10, when he's well up there in the points competing for the championship. Before we go to the track side, now let's get on board to the back of the pack here one more time, as we're on board with Daz, who is a lap down, it appears, in 13th position, but he's got a great view on everything going on in front of him. As you see Johnny Benson there bouncing off the wall just a little bit. Here's the outside line. SFG, is that SFG who went down and took the inside line? See what Rita's seeing, he did. SFG using that outside line to push himself up into the lead. We need to get back trackside here, catch all this action. As yeah, SFG took the push from the BSE cars, went down to the inside line and took the lead from Rita St. James, the rookie driver, making a daring move and made it stick. And now he's racing side by side with Baron von Stosch on the outside. And having a rookie there on the inside, that might slow them up enough to allow the outside line to make a move up. Let's see what happens here, as we're coming down to 8 to go at the line. Baron's car showing some looseness coming off the corner. We've seen him get up into the wall twice here tonight. At the line, it's SFG fan on the bottom. That looseness definitely cost Baron on that corner, as they go up very high, looking to get as much momentum as possible. Rita, meanwhile, staying back, holding on in 3rd place, looking to get her chance to make a comeback at it. But for right now, it's still 2x2 racing. Back there in 5th in the black and American flag car there on the inside, 3rd back. I believe him and Rita are probably looking to hook up here, but SFG fan threw a monkey wrench into those plans. Who leads at the line this time? That time it was Baron von Stosch. He did not get loose off the corner, and now the outside line's got some momentum. So we are not quite to the green to the finish yet. That'll be on lap 38. 7 to go as they run. I want to give a special thanks to all our drivers who attempted to qualify for this race, did not get in here. We thank you for your patience. We do it the fairest way we possibly can, but we'll hope to see you guys coming out over the remainder of the races this weekend, and certainly for the rest of season 23. Once you make races, work your way up into the top 10 in points, you're locked into all of them. So that's how we protect our regulars. It takes some work sometimes to get up there, and we're seeing something develop here. It's that SFG is not quite holding the momentum as they get together 2x2 there, SFG and Baron. He's not quite holding the momentum on the bottom coming off turn 4, and that's given the outside line an advantage. But that little rub there, which Baron was able to save, cost them dearly. Let's see if Rita's going to go for it. She goes to the inside. Does she have enough? As SFG hits the outside line, Rita goes to the inside. She's got Baron. They appear to be 3 wide here, just about, as Baron shoots in front. SFG gets loose, falls back through the field. There's still time for a yellow here, but it looks like SFG caught it. SFG caught it. He did a great job getting up there. I got to give him all the credit in the world. But something happened there coming off the corner, a little rub, and he fell back and is 2 seconds behind the draft now as we are on lap 38, and that means we are green to the finish. There are no more yellows in this race. It's coming down to it. Let's get on board our chase cam at the back of this pack here before we come down to the finish. 5 laps to go. There's Colio on the outside in the independent car, looking for somewhere to go. As there's now 4 to go at the line. Who has the lead at the line? This time it's Rita St. James. There's our rookie driver, the Zebra, looking very, very solid up in 6th place. The 1 back from there to Cold. Watcher and Colio right there. Let's get on board with Watcher. He has a good view sitting here on the inside row in 8th. As it's Barron and Rita side by side. Rita in front at the line? That's the big question. Rita's got Kip directly behind her. And Rita is in front at the line as we'll go back trackside here. 3 to go in the Permatex 100. It's Baron Von Stosh on the outside row in the white and red car. Rita St. James in the blue and yellow one for JME Motorsports on the inside. And these two are going neck and neck. Got to give SFG credit as he's fallen back, I believe. I'm not sure if he's parked the car after that incident. Yes, he has. Pulled it into the infield. Got to finish the race in order to score points, so definitely don't want to back it out. Want to get every few points you can just in case you need them in provisionals later in the season. But as we come to the line, we're going to have 2 to go at the line as they come off of turn 4, and with just 5 miles left here in the Permatex 100, Rita still holding on. But Barron and Johnny Benson pushing hard on the outside, and Barron leads at the line there. So if they get the push on the outside, he can win this race. They're going to start squeezing each other, trying to take away each other's lines here with 2 to go. Both of them going to try to use a little bit more track to make it tougher on the other one. Barron getting the run down the backstretch. Most certainly takes the lead right there. And holding into the top 5 right there is the Zebra on the outside, doing a tremendous job in his first race. Barron bouncing up into the wall with Johnny directly behind him. They are cycling to the back, and I believe that may cost them as we come to the line. Big wreck. HCC goes around, and the field is wrecking. HCC spinning the car there, goes around, and we got a whole host of cars wrecking behind these front 3. Rita, Cole, Rita, Kip, and Cold are the only 3 that come through that, and this is going to be the battle to the finish. Looked like HCC got spun around, got loose on the tri-oval, and down went the field with them. And so this is going to be it at the finish now. Rita's got the lead, Kip's in second, Cold's in third. Rita's got a teammate obviously here to help her out, but she may be coming down to the win at the Permatex 100 if she can hang on coming out of turn 4. Kip's going to go to the outside. He's going to make his move. Cold's going to make his move, but he's going to stick with Rita. And is that going to be enough? I believe it's Kip's at the line. Barely nicking Rita St. James at the line for the win. I'm not 100% certain. It's not official yet, but it appears as though Kip's hauling ass. Pulls off the sweep tonight on Thursday Night Thunder, as it appears he got to the outside, got enough. Cold tried to go with Rita there, and help his teammate out, but I think that outside line had the momentum, and it appears to me as though Kip took the win with Rita in second, Cold in third. Cali Vitals pulls it through in fourth, and yeah, there is our final results. Take our screenshot real quick. But it's Kip's hauling ass taking the win. Rita St. James in second. Cold comes in third. Cali Vitals in fourth. Baron Von Stosch in fifth. The Zebra, the rookie driver, with a fantastic run up into sixth place. Johnny Benson is seventh. Colio eighth. Watcher is ninth. Daz finishes 10th. Those are the guys getting locked in provisionals for next week. 11th is Stay Down. 12th is FSG Fan. And there's a 13th car there that did not finish the race, probably HCC. And there are your final results here at the Permatex 100. We'll try to get our winners interview in here. Stand by for us. We'll be right back with you on the SCL Racing Network. Back here on the SCL Racing Network, we'll hope to get some guests here in the studio with us for our post-race. The Permatex 100 looks like Kip's hauling ass, taking home the win. Rita St. James in second. Cold comes home in third. Cali Vitals in fourth. And Baron Von Stosch in fifth. Let's go ahead and shoot an invite here to Baron as well, as he was able to get into the top five. We'll try to get word from a few of the drivers here for this post-race here at the SCL Daytona Speed Weeks. Night 8 is in the books. As we saw Kip's
race or what?
It was a good race. As we saw Kip's hauling ass managing to pick up the sweep here tonight. Hang tight with us, guys. Johnny, you got a lot of ambient noise on your end.
Yeah, I know I gotta have it blasted here.
As we'll wait to get a few more of the guys in here. Fantastic show here at the Permatex 100, the first round of the SCL Season 23 Sportsman's Division. And we had a fantastic race. Kip's hauling ass, the longtime SCL veteran in, his 13th, 14th season, picks up the sweep tonight in the Super Stocks and the Sportsman's. Had a fantastic race. Let's talk to Johnny Benson here. Tell us what you thought about the show here, Johnny.
I mean, I thought it was a great race. There was a lot of too wide all the way back. A lot of the time you couldn't really do a whole lot, but I mean, the outside line was working just as good as the inside, and I think a lot of those guys on the outside might have had a shot to get close to the lead or whatever. But I mean, I know when I was pushing Baron there at the end, I think, you know, every lap down the front stretch or the back stretch, he was in the lead or Rita was in the lead, and just a little bit of lag got him at the end there. If not for that, they would have been side by side for the win. So, I mean, I really tried everything I could do, and there wasn't really a whole lot you could do there at Daytona. There's a couple times it went 3 wide and we held on to it, but everybody was really doing a good job of staying off of each other and not causing issues or incidents. But I just want to say great job to Kip. I didn't get to see the end there. I'll be watching it later tonight, but from what I saw, really good racing from everybody.
Yeah, Kip, welcome back to Victory Lane, you old fool.
Hey, what a way to start off the season, eh?
Too bad it's just a support division.
Yeah, well, you know. Well, the sportsmen's are full points, though, so, you know.
Yeah, we thought you had a great run. Anything you want to add, Kips, about that?
Listen, able to do this if it wasn't for them taking actions and responsibilities after the 3 wide stuff in the first race to make this second race such a good race.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The drivers ran smart in that race. I thought that they were all. I'll get an echo from somebody. I thought that they were all terrific, and it's good to see you back in victory lane, Kip. I did want to get a chance here to talk to.
I think you're echoing.
Yeah, I think I want to get back here, get a chance to talk to one of the new rookies in the race. Made his debut here tonight. It was you got ears on us there, Zebra?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Well, your first race out there, we were on board.
Your settings.
Yeah, turn your mics up a little bit, yeah, and allowed your voice to be shared. Yeah. Well, anyway, absolutely. We were on board with you for a while there, Zebra. First race, it's tough here at Daytona. It's a unique track, and thought you ran great. I noticed you're a driver after my own heart. You actually drag the brakes. I do that too, and people wonder why, but it keeps the car stable. And I thought you had a terrific run in your first race. Getting the 6th place finish, it locks you in to this event next week because now you're in the top 10 in points. So you're a provisional starter, and we thought you did a great job in your first race. Anything you want to add to the broadcast here? What'd you think of your first run here in the SCL?
It was my first competitive oval race ever in my lifetime. I'm used to road course racing, so jumping right into Daytona has actually always kind of been a dream of mine, and I really like SCL setup as far as default setups go. Keeps it nice and tight. It was a dang shame though. I had a great run going into the last lap. The 2 cars in front of me seemed to connect the wall, and trying to slingshot myself in the third, try to get my own high line going, and maybe try to sneak in behind Rita, and fortunately got turned around and made a last-minute dash and passed, I think, 2 cars for 6th place, so I'll gladly take it, and I'm actually really excited to be a part of this community, and I'm looking to improve, and I'm independent, so if anyone wants to pick me up, I'm willing and able, so thank you guys.
You were really doing a good job there, Zebra. We were running with you. You were behind probably me and Barron there at the end, and Barron ended up getting up in the fence. And we all got in that big wreck, and then I think you were with me and Colio. We were racing back the line there, and 2 of you, I think, got together, and it was just a little bit of a wreck there at the end, but everybody kind of held on and going for the line. But you did a really good job all night.
Yeah, definitely. You drive like that as a rookie. It'll be no time before the team owner sharks start circling you. We should get to Rita here. Second place, Rita ran up front all race long. Thought you had this one there at the end. I think if the pack was still together, you might have. But what did you think about this race here, Rita?
I think it was a very good race. You know, very intense. It was good to have 2 lines that you could actually run together with, you know.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and good points day for you guys at JME, finishing 2nd and 3rd.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I knew Kip was going to go for the win once the pack crashed behind us, you know. But all I could do is keep my line, you know. I hope I had the momentum to take the win. But good race.
And you're saying
Kip.
that, Rita. Listen, I had your back all the way. You know I would have. Had them 2 cars still been on the outside, listen, I'd have shoved you all the way and hoped we'd have been 1 and 2 out of that corner.
Oh, we said that I was saying that in the broadcast. I was like, Kips has won so many championships because he knows how to race for championships. If he's going to have to settle on 2nd or 3rd, he will. But if he sees that opening, and then when that pack fell away, I knew it right there. Kip's going to make his move. Cole's going to try to protect Rita, but there's a limited amount. This isn't GT6. There's a limited amount you can do to help the person in front of you. And Cole did everything he could. He stayed with you, even though he could have passed you if he went with Kip.
Yes, I think he had the momentum to get past me as well.
It would have been, I think, me and Barron would have really liked it to finish out there on the outside. It would have been neck and neck between Rita and Barron for sure. Because I was trying to push Barron and Kip was trying to push Rita, and that's all you can do when you're in 3rd and 4th place.
Oh, yeah, and we'd have been in the top 4 any way you look at it. Now, hey, I didn't get a chance to get in here soon enough, but did you guys just catch the wall? Is that what happened?
Yeah, Barron got a little bit of lag. It looked like he kind of drifted up into the fence, and we had nowhere to go. There in the outside lane.
Gotcha.
But
Hey, and again,
if
the one thing
he was clear, like within that last 10 laps, he could have cleared the bottom row twice, and he decided not to stay in the top row.
Oh, yeah, he could have pulled a gearhead on you and hung you out.
And I was telling him to. I was like, "You're clear. Go."
All right, well, I guess we'll wrap this broadcast. We'll thank you all for coming out, all of you for watching on the SCL Racing Network. We'll be back tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern for the US 400 IndyCar Series opener for Johnny, Kip's, the whole crew. Congratulations to Kip with the win. Great run tonight, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow at the IndyCar Series US 400. Have a good night.